Hi, welcome back everybody. This is Dr. Brett Wade, and of course this is my weekly top 5 health research tweets. This one is from January 6th, 2013. I hope you enjoyed my last post, which was on my blog actually, as a matter of fact, today on drbrettwade.com, where I talked about ways in which we can increase our health and happiness during these long winter months, which is particularly true, of course, living in Canada. But anybody living above the 42nd parallel will really notice, of course, darker days during the day. And for some people, this can lead to increased incidence of depression. So I hope you enjoyed that blog. I look forward to hearing from you. So if you have any questions or comments on that blog or on this video, as a matter of fact, please be sure and send me an email. Let's jump right into those top 5 health tweets from this past week. Number 1, there has been a link found between high levels of omega-3s and a reduced risk of diabetes. We've always known from research that high levels of omega-3s in our diet was useful for decreasing levels of inflammation. But recently, in Harvard, they found that when studying over 3,000 older adults, there was a decreased risk of diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So that's very exciting news. So increasing your omega-3 levels has been shown to decrease type 2 diabetes. Number 2, these are 6 surprising benefits of meditation. As most of you know, I think highly of meditation. I practice it myself, and I talk about it a lot, particularly in terms of its health benefits. So these are 6 maybe surprising benefits of meditation. Number 1, it can make you more productive both at home and at work. There is research to show that by practicing regular meditation, it can increase your short-term memory, therefore making you more productive. Number 2, it's good for teenagers. Research has shown that teenagers doing meditation have increased rates of reporting happiness and decreased rates of depression. Number 3, it can help you get rid of painkillers. Research has also shown that meditation actually grows the part of the brain responsible for regulating pain. Number 4, it can keep you happy. In a recent study of people with multiple sclerosis, it was found that by regularly practicing meditation, it decreased the rates of depression. Number 5, it can help reduce symptoms associated with hot flashes. So for women going through menopause, meditation has been shown to be quite useful for decreasing those symptoms. My third health tweet was foods that boost memory. There was an interesting post on Pinterest that came up by Amy Jamison Petonic, a registered dietitian from the Cleveland Clinic, and she said that these are the top 5 foods which may help boost short-term memory. Number 1, blueberries. Blueberries are not only very good for antioxidant properties, but also good for increasing memory. Number 2, increase your intake of almonds. Almonds also have been shown to be clinically proven to increase memory. Number 3, dark chocolate. Another good reason to eat dark chocolate, particularly dark chocolate which is more than 70% pure cocoa. Number 4, extra virgin olive oil. We've heard a lot about extra virgin olive oil in terms of it being good again for omega-3s, but now also shown to be good for increasing your memory. Number 5 is to drink more green tea. Green tea, of course, again, we know as being very powerful antioxidant, but now again showing to be quite good for improving our short-term memory. So there are 5 great tips, 5 good foods that you can eat, not only for their antioxidant properties, but also clinically proven to increase your short-term memory. Number 5, my number 4 top health research tweet was avoiding salty foods, and this is from health.org. They listed their top 6 number offenders for high sodium levels. Now these are 6 foods which are pre-prepared. These are not foods that you prepare at home necessarily where you can control the sodium levels, but these are pre-prepared foods. And the number 1 is breads and rolls. Breads and rolls that you may buy from a bakery tend to have more salt in them or more sodium. So by either baking your bread at home or making sure your bread is low in sodium, you can control that a little bit better. Number 2, unfortunately, cured meats. I say unfortunately because cured meats is something I very much enjoy, but as by no surprise, they're very high in sodium. So foods like salami, pastrami, prosciutto, etc. are very high in sodium, so limit your intake to those foods. Number 3, pizza. Again, if you make it on your own, you are able to control the amount of sodium, but pre-purchased pizza from pizza stores, or of course from the supermarket, tends to be higher in sodium, so just watch that. Number 4 is poultry. Chicken, if it is purchased again from a grocery store, you don't know what kind of seasonings have gone into it, and generally salt is used as a preservative, so there's probably quite a bit of sodium in that. Number 5 is soup. Soup can have a lot of sodium. In fact, canned soup can have up to half your daily requirements of sodium in a day, just in one can. So just watch that with canned soup. And number 6 is sandwiches. Sandwiches, again, that you would purchase from a grocery store. You just don't know what's gone into it. Probably cured meats, probably cheese, which again, those two things are fairly high in sodium. So if you need to cut sodium out of your diet, think about trying to prepare those foods at home, which again, then you can control the level of sodium. Number 5, finally, is blue blocking sunglasses have been shown to be effective for changing when melatonin gets released. Melatonin, again, is something I talk about quite a bit. It's an important neuroendocrine hormone. It's a hormone produced within your brain. Melatonin is really only produced when our bodies or our faces get exposed, particularly our eyes, get exposed to bright sunlight during the day. If you live in, again, a part of the world which doesn't have bright sunlight in the day, your melatonin levels probably are decreased in the amount that they're produced. But not only that, when the melatonin gets released, you might not be getting the proper release times. What should happen is in the day, your melatonin is getting produced, and then at night, it gets released into your body. And that release of melatonin at night is triggered by darkness. So of course, if we have these fairly dark days and low levels of sunlight, this release of melatonin is diminished. One way of changing that so we set our cycles right is to make sure we get adequate sunlight in the day, and then to make sure that before we're ready for bed, say for example around 8 or 9 o'clock at night, we really start to decrease the amount of light that our eyes are getting. One way to effectively do that is through the use of amber colored lenses. Glasses like this, which again are orange in color, have been shown to be very effective in blocking blue light, which is the most intense of all lights. By blocking that light, we increase the body's release of melatonin. So if we start wearing these about 2 hours before bedtime, we're more than likely to start that release of melatonin. So on that note and on that hour, I put on my orange sunglasses and bid you good health.